back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hey guys, it is almost spring at last, I think. It's Easter almost, and Easter is my favourite holiday of the year because chocolate is a weakness of mine, and it also means that I can film in the sunlight and I don't have to always have my big light on, so that's also really exciting for filming. So today I have a book haul for you guys. I've managed to acquire a lot of books. I don't know quite how, especially when I thought I was being really good this month. I was quite good. Publishers keep sending me stuff, so I blame them. But it's really exciting because so many of these are books I'm super keen to get to and I can't wait to try. So if you guys don't already know, you don't already follow me, then you may not know about the challenge that I'm setting myself this year, which is to read all of the books that I buy or get sent within about 6 weeks of when they come in. In order to do that, I've been putting a post-it note on them when they come in and also writing the day that I need to have read them by if I stick to my challenge. So far, this has been going pretty well. I think I am just about on track with it all, and I've also managed to sneak in a couple of other extra books into the pile to make sure that I'm also reading some of my backlist. Let's get on with the haul. The first two books are books that I bought for myself, so I'm going to show you them together because they're by the same author, and that is these two. I ordered this one for myself, and this is The MIDWICH CUCKOOS by John Wyndham. You may realise that I'm on a bit of a John Wyndham binge at the moment. I only just discovered his work somehow, and I'm totally in love with it. I really enjoy his style, and every book I've read by him so far, which is admittedly only two, but both of the books I've read by him so far have been really good. I also love the cover designs of these penguin ones. They are just really, really beautiful, and they look amazing on the shelf together, so I'm very happy to have this one. It's about a town in the village of MIDWICH where a mysterious silver object appears and then all of the inhabitants suddenly fall unconscious, as you can see. A day later the object is gone and everyone wakes up unharmed, but all of the women are discovered to suddenly be pregnant. It sounds like it's going to cause quite a lot of uproar and craziness, and I'm certainly intrigued about how this is going to go. He always does very intriguing concepts and he writes in a very cozy way that just draws you into the story, so I'm really looking forward to this, and I need to read this one by about the end of April, the 26th, so hopefully I can do that. It's quite short, most of his books are, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. Next up, I picked up another one of his books. This one was by chance. I actually picked it up yesterday, which was the 25th, so I'll have to read this I'll work out the date and put it on the screen because I'm not sure yet. I haven't put the post-it note on it yet. I need to do that after this video. I picked this one up in a second-hand charity shop. I just happened to find it whilst we were up in London. This is The Trouble with Lichen or Lichen, I never quite know how you say it, and this one is all about two scientists who discover this rare lichen and discover its remarkable properties. It can retard the aging process, so it will stop people from aging. One of them realises that the implications of an ever-youthful world could be terrible, and so they want to keep it secret, and the other one, Diana, sees an opportunity to overturn the male status quo by using it for a feminist revolution. So it sounds, again, really intriguing as a concept, definitely different, especially when you think that John Wyndham was writing in sort of the 50s and 60s. This is a really cool concept, so I'm definitely keen to see what he has to say about this. And again, I'll probably need to read this by like May time, I'm not exactly certain, something around there. Next up, I have a book that is a really early arc. This one was sent to me by the publisher, and this is FOUNDRYSIDE, the first in a new series from Robert Jackson Bennett. I'll put a picture if I can find it on the screen, but I'm not sure if the cover's actually released yet, so I'll have a look and I'll put it up if there is one. But this one doesn't come out until August, hence why it's very early. This one says, in a city that runs on industrialized magic, a secret war will be fought to overwrite reality itself. Sanchia Grado is a thief and a damn good one. Her latest target, a heavily guarded warehouse on Tavanese docks, is nothing her unique abilities can't handle. But unbeknownst to her, Sanchia's been sent to steal an artifact of unimaginable power, an object that could revolutionise the magical technology known as scribing. As you maybe can see from the front cover, Robert Jackson Bennett is the author of City of Stairs, City of Blades and City of Miracles. I've heard only great things about City of Stairs. Everyone who has read it seemed to absolutely love it, and the series in general was really well received, but I never got around to reading it, although I do own the first one on Kindle, so I'm probably going to read this one first, as it's the start in a new series, and see if I like it, and if I do, I'll go back and read his other series at some point as well. But really really keen to give this author a go, and this one needs to be read by the 26th of April as well, because it was sent to me on the 15th of March. Next up, I have a book that was sent to me. It's a proof copy, and it's one that I'm so excited about because it's stunning, and that is the sequel to Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is Legendary, and this one is such a cool cover because it actually has my name printed on the cover. Like, how cool is that? That is such a good marketing move. And it says, "The game has only just begun, Caitlin. Are you ready?" So that's really, really cool. This one doesn't come out till 29th of May, so it's got a bit of time on it, and I'm hoping to read it by the start of May. I don't really want to give too much away about Caraval, but suffice to say that I absolutely loved Caraval. It was one of my favourite YA reads of last year, I think, and I'm certainly excited to see where the story goes because it was left on a major cliffhanger. I'll put a link to my Caraval review if you're interested in finding out more about the series, but yeah, massive cliffhangers, lots of excitement to come, and I can't wait. I hope this one is as good as the first. Next up, I have two more books that I bought for myself yesterday when I was up in London, and these ones I got in Forbidden Planet, which is one of probably my favourite bookshop in London because it's completely science fiction and fantasy, so obviously that appeals to me. And these are both books that are published in the US but not really published in the UK in these editions, and Forbidden Planet is the only place I've found in the UK that really sells US editions, so whenever I go there I always have a look on the shelves and see if there's anything there that I want to buy, and luckily this time there was. So the first one I picked up is An Unkindness of Ghosts by Rivers Solomon. This one I've heard a lot of great things about from people who have read it. They seem to really enjoy it, and it says that it's a science fiction about Asta. She has little to offer folks in the way of rebuttal when they call her ogre and freak. She's used to the names, she only wishes there was more truth to them. If she were truly a monster, she'd be powerful enough to tear down the walls around her until nothing remained of her world. For generations, Matilda has ferried the last of humanity to a mythical promised land. On its way, the ship's leaders have imposed harsh moral restrictions and deep indignities on dark-skinned sharecroppers like Asta. Embroiled in a grudge with a brutal overseer, Asta learns there may be a way to improve her lot if she's willing to sow the seeds of civil war. Now this sounds like it's definitely going to be dealing with race issues in science fiction, and that's something I'm really keen to see, and I've definitely loved the cover and loved the style of this book. It just screams something original, so I hope that's what I'm going to get with this story, and I definitely would love to hear your thoughts if you guys have read it. What did you think? Or if you're excited for me to read it. Next up is another one that I've heard nothing but great things about, especially from, I think, James from James Chatham was really talking this one up. It's Ambelo by Laura Eleanor Donnelly. We were actually wondering whether this one was going to make the shortlist for the BookTube SFF Awards, and certainly it was nominated a lot, so I'm definitely excited to have this. The heat is on in Ambelo. Meet a smuggler, a dancer, and a spy during a decadent era just before a political coup is about to set the city on fire. It doesn't give a lot away, but it sounds amazing because everyone I know who's read it said it just was fantastic. And I know there is a sequel that's out called Armistice as well, so I'm really keen to give this one a try and hopefully I'll love it. Next up, I have a book that I also got sent yesterday, and that is from the author Priest of Bones by Peter McLean. This one I believe comes out in October time, yep. So this is the first book in the War for the Rose Throne series, and it says, the first in a brand new dark and gritty epic fantasy series where a crime boss comes home from war only to find that his businesses have been stolen from him. I believe this is quite a grimdark one. It's in the same sort of vein as a lot of other grimdark books like Blackwing by Ed McDonald, so I'm definitely keen to give this a go and hopefully I'll really like it. Next up, I was sent some books from Galance. These are books that are coming out very soon or have just come out. I think the first one has just come out, and that is this one, A Veil of Spears by Bradley Beaulieu. This series is one of my favourites. I really enjoy it. This is the third book in the series, and oh my god, this cover, like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Look at it, it's just gorgeous. I love it. I absolutely love purple, and we do not get enough purple fantasy books. I don't know why, because purple is great, guys. It's definitely magical. But yeah, this is the third book. It follows Chada, who is our main character, once again, and she is learning all about the magic that she has unlocked in herself, and also how to defeat the 12 Kings, which is the name of the first book, who rule over this world and are quite brutal and ruthless and don't really let anyone get a word in edgeways. So she is trying to figure out out a way to defeat them, and along the way she gets into all sorts of other adventures as well. That's a very basic overview, but I don't want to spoil it, but I'm really enjoying the series so far and definitely looking forward to seeing what happens next. So again, this is one that I need to read by the start of May, so I'll get to it very, very soon. Another one that I was sent by Gallant is this one, and this is Empire of Silence. Again, it's quite an early proof, so it's not got a full cover just yet, but you can kind of see an impression of it. It says, revered as a hero, despised as a murderer, Hadrian Marlowe started down a path that would end in destruction. So, sounds pretty intense there, I'm guessing he is. And this one is described on the back as Dune meets The Name of the Wind, the biggest SF debut of 2018, so that's quite a high claim. We'll see if it lives up to it. It is a massively chunky book, but it's one of those unbound ones, so I really like them. And this is the spine, Empire of Silence. It's by Christopher Ruocchio, I think is how you say his name, I'm not certain. And yeah, it's huge, like 800 pages. And the final book I have to show you guys for now is this one, Charmcaster by Sebastian de Castell. This book comes out quite soon, I think, and I need to read it at the start of May, so I'm hoping I'll read it before it comes out and let you guys know what I think of it around the release date. But yeah, really excited to have this. I got this from the Hotkey Books event that I just went to, the Fantasy Feast, and I really, really enjoyed that event. I absolutely adored the second book in the series. I thought it was really solid continuation and very, very good development from the first one. It's about a spellslinger who is someone who lives in a magical world, but he doesn't really have much magic himself, so he has to learn how to trick people with magical tricks and illusions. And it's really good fun, definitely a YA series I'm enjoying right now. So that is everything. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what the most recent book you got is, and I will chat to you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.